bước đơn giản là xong. Nhưng mà hãy cẩn thận là cái stream key nha, nhớ giữ kỹ. Ok, và đây là video hướng dẫn các bạn cách livestream trên YouTube bằng OBS. Và nếu như có thắc mắc thì các bạn hãy để lại comment phía dưới, để lại một like, share và theo dõi channel. Ok, hẹn gặp các bạn ở các video hướng dẫn sau. Bye bye.
Worked, and we saw it continue to work as they left the landing phase as well. As we look at our first replay, we can see the Chiefs are not the Chiefs. Dire Wolves, the OPL representative, apologies
Salt in the wound.
Dire Wolves. Just firing shots, finding these picks, finding these opportunities.
Off in the mid lane just a minute ago. He's able to get a ton of his orbs down on multiple members during this team fight. Absolute plays this very well as well. He gets a little too aggressive here, but luckily off in the mid lane just a minute ago. He's able to stay alive and keep those orbs down on multiple members during this team fight. Wipe all those players down very well as well. He gets a little too aggressive here, but luckily entire time Bert was down on the bot side just pushing away with that Camille.
And if you look back to the previous game these guys played, you remember that gold graph. It was Dire Wolves' control very much up until the picks and the Baron. This time, very different story. Once again, Team 1, absolute dominance here. Some of those comfort picks, much more active early game. And now I wonder, what else do they have as we enter the bracket stage? What else can they show us? Because now we've seen two different sides of the same team.
Two different sides, but we've also seen that they've struggled against the better competition. Even though they bounced back today in a big way, the match versus C9 was equally as lopsided as their game yesterday. So it's still a very tough road for them, looking at what we've seen out of the Pool 1 team so far.
Ultimately, I think a team that's very coordinated in its skirmish potential as well as its team fighting will start to choke up Team 1. Again, their macro decisions aren't as clean as they need to be for some of these higher, more experienced ranking teams.
Yeah, and that rounds out that group for us. Got to praise, of course, Team 1, kind of the surprise coming in as Seed 2 alongside Cloud9, the Seed 1. But Groups A and B are both now decided, so let's take a look at those standings overall. Moving on to next week's knockout stage from Group A is Team WE in the number 1 seed, Lion Gaming in the number 2 seed, and as already mentioned, Group B is going to have Cloud9 Gaming in the top spot with Team 1 just coming in surprise second seed here in the final hour with the tiebreaker match. Their opponents in the knockout stage are not determined yet. They will be determined by a random draw that will pair a number 1 seed with a number 2 seed from a different group. That's not going to happen, however, until we see who makes it out of Group C and D, who make their world's debut tomorrow. Of course, young generation from the GPL are going to be starting off the day by taking on Chaos Latin Gamers from LATAM South. And then it's going to be LJL's Rampage facing off against Hong Kong Attitude from the LMS with 1907 Fenerbahce from the TCL and EU's Fnatic competing against their group counterparts throughout the day. So a lot of new names that we have not seen yet coming up in day 3 and day 4. And if it's been anything like these days, I'm ready for everything that I have prepped to be wrong, because I thought Lion would get smashed. Now they're moving through. I thought Team 1 would get smashed. They came back with a tiebreaker. So I think what we've learned is it's pretty hard to predict exactly where these teams are going to stack up.
Yeah, any interregional competition, when you bring them all together, everything is out the window. A team that was super dominant in their region suddenly struggles to find the same advantages. A team that was all over the place in the region continues to be all over the place in these group draw stage. So it's super fun, and I think the thing that's going to be what I want to see is if the Pool 1 teams continue to be as dominant as they were in Group A and B so far.
Yeah, it's going to get our first look at Hong Kong attitude. I think everyone's very curious about the 3rd seed from LMS, their first time that they will have a 3rd seed attending the World Tournament, as well as 1907 Fenerbahce and their new sub in Crash.
There is definitely a lot to see here, but for myself, the cashers, and the entire live broadcast crew, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for more of Worlds 2017. Good night. First up, Team 1 Esports are going to hope to derail the Cloud9 hype train.
Yesterday, Cloud9 topped their group. Is it going to be the same today? Fallout in trouble. Sub 100 health, and that's first blood for Jensen. Contract's in trouble, Mark. He wants it. No, he doesn't. And Cloud9, 2-0 to start things off. You thought they looked good on day 1. They look damn good starting off day 2. Jentix books his way in, and that's a rocket jump to follow him up. Grand entrance not exactly going to be enough as Mystic, WE, proving themselves the better team. 2 games now against Lion Gaming. Cataclysm comes down as Impact. They're just trying to get him out of the way. King free hitting in the back line, but it's just not enough. C9, so much damage. C9, it was more difficult this time, but they're now 4-0.
是一个 triple kill， 手下留人，手下留人，看一下，高点给了一个攻杀，
They're gonna give it over. The pentakill for White Lotus. Pentakill, penta-emote, Lion Gaming, what a show. 35 minutes in, they take down Game at Esports.
啊，只有5级，这个人没有大招，哇，最后被打了3下的一击 triple kill。你若 WQ 打起了努努，努努是直接被击杀以后 ，Blessing 想要换掉 Mistake， 但没有机会，还可以有 Q 闪，结果还有没有机会？一个一技能反杀了。
WE, their group stage performance will end with a perfect record. More damage coming through. Mark grabbing the kill on the King. Absolute stays alive, and it's a clean ace. Hope stays alive for the CB LOL representatives. Mark gets the kill onto Fantic. Now King's looking to fight these guys both. He drops 2. Only Chippies remains, and the representatives from the CB LOL will move forward into the knockout stage.